Activity 3 is what I like to call setting the scene. So what do we mean by setting the scene? What I like to do is get my dogs being used to being away from me whilst I'm home. After all, if they can't cope being away from me while I'm at home, how are they going to cope whilst we're away? So what we need to do is have a setup. This setup here is going to include our food dispensing toys. We've got a light boundary here. With a dog that maybe has extreme cases of separation anxiety, we may not even start with a boundary. Just maybe getting the dog away from us while we're on a bed area, and we may just sit away from the dog. So go at your dog's pace. In extreme cases, we may even use doggy daycare whilst we work on setups so that we don't have stress and anxiety at all. And then of course, as the dog gets better with our setups, we can ask a little bit more. So why might we have to set the scene? It's important that our dogs are happy being left. They may have to go to groomers, we may go on holiday, get people to look after our dog, family members, if we have to go to hospital, or even shopping. So we want our dogs to cope with being left. Remember, we're making the unnatural natural here. Dogs are pack animals, social animals, as are we. And we need to make them understand that this is the norm. We're always going to come back, we love you lots, but do be confident while we're away and relax while we're away. So we've got young Bertha here. She doesn't have separation anxiety, but we're going to use a nice food dispensing toy, get her nose engaged. Little tip here, when we give these food dispensing toys, pop them down on a bed area and let her have that, good girl, the opposite way to which I'm going. And remember here, that light boundary, we're going to set, and we're not going too far, so we're keeping our setup really light, really easy, as to cause no stress for the dog. If the dog ignored the food at that point, we may need to look at putting a more valuable source into the food dispensing toy. Think also about the type of food dispensing toy we're using. So here we've got various different shapes and sizes. Pick one that suits your dog. Also make sure if we have a dog that's a bit lazy with food, we use one that maybe produces the food a little bit quicker. This can help keep the dog's interest whilst we set the scene. So Bertha's happily getting on with her chew there. Just sit down. We're checking all of the time that the dog can cope with this context, which she's doing really well. So we want to look for progression with our setups. Once we see that our dog is comfortable with that light, easy setup, we may start to ask a little bit more. Go at your individual dog's pace, and we're observing our dog's behaviour all of the time. Any stress, we're back to the starting point. We want to make sure that we take those baby steps. We may go across the room, then we're out of the room, maybe even outside of the house, then we're coming back home. Make sure you are patient and you take your time to achieve these results. Another top tip here, when returning to the dog, make sure we're very calm with that dog that has separation issues. We want to make this normal, leaving and coming and going. We want the dog to be comfortable with it. Set these scenes whilst we're home.